Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Shit Show. This is your host with the most big bane, and today I want to talk about racism. Racism is the most touchy subject that a lot of people don't want to touch, a lot of people don't want to mess with, a lot of people don't want to live with or deal with. Racism is here to stay. Racism ain't going anywhere. You have Caucasian people that hate us brown-skinned Aboriginal people. You have Hispanic people that hate us original brown people. You have Asians, Indians, Arabs, all these races in the United States of America, the most racist corporation on this planet that hates and dislikes one group of people based on, allegedly, the color of their skin. Nobody likes us. Nobody wants to deal with us. So they say. But see, they think that we're all ignorant. They think that we're all belligerent. They think that we're all stupid. They all think that we're uneducated and we're not smart. But we know all of that stuff is nothing but a big fat lie. We have professionals. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have technicians, we have engineers, we have tech engineers, software engineers, AI engineers. We have them all. We have some of the best athletes in the world that no other athlete can compare. But still, they hate us. They'll praise the athlete, but they'll hate you just from the complexion of your skin. We know we're special. We know that there is no other ethnic group on this planet like us Aborigines. I don't consider myself black. I will never consider myself a black man because I am nothing blank. I am a living man, a free living man, bonded to the slave system that goes on in this country. When you have every race in the United States of America that's against you, if they really wanted to, if it came down to a race war, all of those ethnic groups that I sided with, that I announced earlier in the video, if the caucus people said, yeah, we finna eliminate all the quote-unquote blacks, let's go get them, the Mexicans would be down, the Asians would be down, and all the other ethnic groups would be down to eliminate us. But it's gonna come at a price that I don't think nobody's willing to deal with. Because we have people that's soldiers. We have trained killers. We have a lot of people in this world that just don't give a fuck. If we don't give a fuck about our own people and we go out here and kill each other every single fucking day, what makes you think that these people ain't gonna have a problem with killing those people? They try to make it seem like we are the minority. We're not the minority. We the majority. But it's their rules and it's the game that they play. So anybody that has a lighter skin tone than us and has stringy hair that's not the same course of hair as us is considered Caucasian. So that's how they try to make us seem like we are the minority. But in reality, we are the majority. The only way people can get along in this country is everybody has to wake up. See, because our people, one thing I know for sure is we don't wake up every morning with racism in our heart and hatred in our heart. Some of us in certain demographics of our people in certain neighborhoods, yeah, they may have hatred and wake up with hatred towards one another. But you'll never catch an Aboriginal man waking up every morning hating Caucasian people or Hispanic people or Asian people or Indian people or African people. We just don't do that. We basically, sometimes we just try to get up and find out how we gonna make it in this world and how we gonna live and how we gonna survive. That's what we wake up every day and what we think about. For all those other races that get up and have that type of hatred in their heart, me personally, I want to say thank you. And the reason why I say thank you is because I appreciate that you can wake up every day and hate a demographic of people, and we get to live inside all of you guys' heads rent-free. 100% rent-free. Don't even have to do nothing to you. You can just be walking down the street. Oh, I hate him because he's black. Or I hate her because she's black. Ain't that something? It's crazy, ain't it? Living in your head rent-free, and there ain't nothing you can do about it to change it. We were not meant to live together, and I'm just gonna be honest about it. We are not able to get along with each other. They always try to put the black and the brown in the same category. We are not in the same category. It was our blood, our sweat, our tears, and our demise for the Hispanics to have freedom, for the Asian people to have freedom, and any other race that had the opportunity to come over into this corporation, which is the United States of America, to be here and live quote unquote free without any problems, any hassles. They were able to come over here and get grants and build businesses and become successful. You know how racism is so crazy? Like, you can go to any city, like you can go to LA, you can go to San Bernardino, you can go anywhere. If a quote unquote black person was to set up a catering shop and would decide to cook soul food on every corner in San Bernardino, 10 times out of 10, that business will be shut down. But in those same rural areas, they allow the Hispanics to do it all day, every day. They don't ask for no food handling card. They don't ask for no business license to sell on the public street. Nothing. They allow them to do it. And look, get it how you live. You have a right to make a living, and if they're allowing those people to make that living, that's fine. But how come we can't do it? Why is it always a problem when we do it? Why is it always a problem when we go to certain events or parks or anything like that? And it's always a problem when we do it. But see, they want to magnify it 10 times bigger than what it is. Sure, when we go to certain parks and certain events, yeah, there's people that's my color that do act a fool. There are people out there that get out there and fight, and they pull out guns and they start shooting each other and killing each other and all that crap. But that's a small demographic of our people, because there are a lot of our people that are professional. There are a lot of our people that are conscious and good law-abiding citizens in this corporation. But everything that we do is magnified 10 times bigger than what it has to be. Oh, look at them animals. Look at them savages. Look how they're acting. Oh, I'm appalled. Look at them people. Look at them dirty, nasty, filthy people. Those so-called African Americans. I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. Rest in peace, John Singleton. But all jokes aside, if you call me an African American, I am completely offended. And what I want everybody to know is this: we are all slaves, man. It's just that some slaves in this corporation has the opportunity to make more money than other slaves, and they get to live more comfortable than other slaves. You know what I'm saying? The design to break us up and have us hating one another and killing one another is all by design. Support is always the key to being successful in any ethnic group. You gotta love white people, man, because good or bad, right or wrong, they will pull out their checkbooks, they will pull out their cell phones, and they will donate to the cause, no matter what the cause is. Mass shooter kills 35 people. Oh, donate. Judge the Builder out there spewing racism and hatred towards people of color. They support it. Asian people. Support Asian people. Not all Asian people. Not all white people support it. I'm not saying all, but majority of them do. So that shows the level of support that they have for one another. Hispanics support each other all the time too. So we can go to a white establishment like Louis Vuitton and spend thousands and thousands of dollars, and if you have a quote-unquote black entrepreneur that's selling the same bag that's made in China for pennies on the dollar, and they sell the purse or bag or belt or shoes or whatever at a high price, it's always our people that barks down on it and say, oh, y'all, the Negroes is charging too much. This is too much. This is too high. Or, you know, can we get a discount or anything like that? You know? when you go to Louis Vuitton, you can't go to Louis Vuitton and say, oh yeah, this purse is $1,500. Can I get a discount? Man, you'd be escorted up out that store so fast you wouldn't even know what hit you. But the design that they have is phenomenal, man. Look at the design. They put us in some of the worst conditions that a human being can ever live in. They put you in these projects. So when they put you in these projects, which is these successful experimental plantations, we thinking, oh man, we got a deal. We paying low rent. We getting food stamps. We getting government assistance. Oh man, this is the way to go. If you continue to put these people in the same hostile environment day in and day out, there is going to be murder. There is going to be drug dealing. There is going to be robbing and stealing. There is going to be constant crime. There is going to be constant pregnancy out of wedlock. There is constantly going to be single mothers, and then there's constantly going to be deadbeat fathers that either go to prison, to the other plantation, or they're going to be dead in jail to where the investors can invest in your death and get paid that way. Because the little money that they give these women in the welfare system, Section 8, all that other crap, that's pennies on the dollar. That's the best investment in the world. See, what people don't understand is this. Those ain't your kids. You already gave your kids rights away to the government when you signed the birth certificate. Your kid no longer belongs to you, and that's what people don't understand. Pay rent. There's a custodial pay rent and a non-custodial pay rent. You already being charged when the child is born. You already guilty when the child is already born. And there's nothing you can do about it because you signed the contract. If you didn't sign the contract, did you know your kids don't have to go to public schools? But see, the contract is designed to where, if you don't voluntarily sign this paperwork, you're not going to be allowed to get a Social Security card. If you don't sign this contract, you're not allowed to get government assistance or government benefits. But you got to sign this contract. And don't worry about that, because you're the custodial pay rent. We'll just front the bill to the non-custodial pay rent. And we'll damage him, and we'll ruin his life, and we'll make him the real slave that we need him to be. He already slaving for us anyway, paying taxes. So why not see if we can squeeze every dime that we can get up out of this non-custodial pay rent that signed the voluntary contract, that signed his rights away over to the government. Let's punish him as much as we can, when we can, and how we can. And we're gonna allow you, the custodial pay rent, to get this low income housing, this low income of living, and this really messed up way of life. And we're gonna allow you to be in this project or projects to raise your child in this hostile environment. That's why these young men are so crazy and they so emotional and they so mentally damaged when they born. Single, quote unquote, black mothers, majority of them cannot raise these children. These young brown-skinned children are out of control. And it's all by design. They have the rights to do whatever they want to, when they want to, and how they want to, because you, as the parent, signed the contract. The contract is signed, lifted, and upgifted for you to be the slave that you were meant to be. I mean, it ain't just us though. We have white slaves, we have Hispanic slaves, we have Asian slaves. But they always use our slaves in a different manner. Hispanics go out there and kill each other every day too. White people go out there and kill each other every day too. Asian people go out there and kill each other every day too. But it's always us, which is the bad group. So in our case, when they put these women in these low income areas and these kids are raised with the frequency of gangster rap, raunchy music, shake, pop your ass, worship money, shake your ass, worship money, kill this person, kill that person, kill this op, kill that op, demon time this, demon time that, the devil this, the devil that, the demonicness that they allow in the frequency of our neighborhoods, we adopt that, we attach ourselves to that, and we put ourselves in bad situations to where they hype up our young men to be gangbangers. They hype up our young men to be drug dealers. They hype up our young men to be scammers, robbers, thieves. They hype all of this stuff up and they try to make it seem like it's the good thing and it's the best thing to do. But they don't never tell you, even these rappers, they never tell you the downfall of what's gonna happen when they put them silver bracelets on your ass. They don't tell you that once a lawyer is appointed to you, you've given up your physical rights and your jurisdiction of yourself to the system. And you swear in, and you're done there too. And then once you swear in, that's really a wrap. It's all over. So the welfare system is basically paying these mothers to raise bastard children. And I say bastard children loosely because it's a bastard child because there's no father. The father is not in the home. The father is not allowed to be in the home. And the father is gone out the home because the father is dead or in jail, or it was just a screw, get up and get on, and it was just a sexual relationship. So either way it goes, whether those children in that inner city makes it or not, they're going to get their money back 10 times fold. So yeah, they can pay you a certain amount of money to raise these children without their fathers, because a lot of the fathers in this generation don't even know how to be fathers. don't know how to deal with their children or take care of their children because they masterfully turned the mother against the father. So the government, which is the real father, based on the contract, is the one that really owns your child. So whether little Timmy gets a job, he's going to have to pay taxes. He's going to have to keep up with the lifestyle. He's going to be in debt to the corporation. Or if little Timmy goes left, and little Timmy gets with his homeboys, and little Timmy goes out there and kills somebody, little Timmy gets snitched on, little Timmy gets life in prison. So little Timmy's going to the real slave plantation, where little Timmy has to get a job in the slave plantation, and you ain't got to worry about little Timmy getting taxed, because little Timmy gonna get taxed in court fees, lawyer fees, and all that other crap that come along with it. But little Timmy only gonna be making pennies on the dollar in that slave plantation that's making those investors billions upon trillions of dollars every year. The game ain't rigged, man. The game is right in your faces. But everybody want to hate us when everybody in this quote-unquote country, aka corporation, we are all in the same boat. So why do you hate us? What is it that we have done to you? Through all the sacrifices, through all the bombings, the lynchings, the segregation, to integration, what have we done to you? See, because us personally, we know how to mind our own business. If it ain't got nothing to do with us, we don't care. And everything is done in this corporation for them, the higher ups that be, to make money. Sure, you can pay an NFL player or NBA player, hockey, baseball. You can pay these guys millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. But the owners of those slave plantations, they are making billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. The corporation has enough money to pull every single quote unquote American out of poverty. But they don't do that, and they will never, ever do that. Because they always want you to be a slave. They will always want you to be a slave. You can't grow your own food without being penalized. You can't buy land and build your own house without their permission. You gotta get this contractor, that contractor, this person, that person, this person to look at your land, and this professional and that professional, this specialist and that specialist. Pay, 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 pay. But they only do this in the corporation of America. Other countries don't do that. Oh, you need a building inspector to inspect this and inspect that and this and this and that. And it's a dirty game. And we not all gonna come together, man. I don't know why people just won't face the realization. Racism is used as a tool. They blind you to worry about the wrong things. They blind you to worry about the most stupidest, pettiest things. And all in all, you just a slave, just like me. So to you white people, you guys are slaves too. The Republican Party or the Democrat Party, they don't give a fuck about you. Average, hard-working white people. Hard-working Hispanic people. The government don't give a fuck about you. Asian people, they don't care about you neither. All they want is your money. That's all they want. But they want you to abide by the Bible and abide by their rules of their God. God. Government of democracy. God. In God we trust. And they say they can punish you based on their theory of the Bible. But they do it every day. Thou shalt not kill, they kill. Thou shalt not steal, they steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery, they commit adultery. Thou shalt not be greedy, they the greediest motherfuckers on the planet. How much more can you want? How much more do you need? If you wipe out every race on this planet and you succeed in your end game, you're not going to do nothing but wipe each other out too. So why does it all make sense? Why does racism even make sense? If you dislike a person, then you dislike a person. I mean, that's natural. There's a lot of people I dislike. I dislike certain white people. I dislike certain Hispanics. I dislike certain people my color. Brown people, Aboriginal people, Aborigine people. I dislike a lot of them too. You have a right to feel the way you want to feel. You have a right to hate who you want to hate. But when it's collective of hatred, when basically nobody did nothing to you because all of this shit is taught in the home. When I was growing up as a kid, my mama didn't teach me to hate other people. My mama taught me to be kind to other people, but if I had to protect myself and defend myself and do what I had to do, then I had to do what I had to do. Because disrespect is one thing that I never, ever in my life tolerated. And I still don't tolerate it. Give me the same respect that I gave you. But see, they couldn't understand how successful we were when there was segregation. They always had to make up some type of lie to justify why they do the things that they do. They never justified why they bombed those people in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. Bombed them, raped, pillaged, stole, murdered. They never apologized. But in the 2020s, you give the Asians a hate crime bill. Where's our bill at? We've been hated on for thousands of years. This ain't just hundreds of years. We've been hated on for thousands of years. Thousands of years. What is it going to prove? What is it going to prove, America? What is the hatred going to prove when we are all pushed to the brink till we get to the point where we start killing each other? Where we just start murdering each other's kids, murdering each other's parents, murdering each other's grandmothers and grandfathers and everybody else. What is the fucking end goal when it comes to that? Because the narrative is being pushed. It's being pushed in so many ways. And you can say what you want to say about Donald Trump. Love the man or hate the man. I don't know the man. I can personally care less about the man. Because that's all he is. He's just a man. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. And they're mad at Donald Trump because he's not following the script. Never in the history has there ever been a president like this ever. And you got to thank him, because when Barack Obama was president, a lot of Caucasian people, they felt silenced. They felt that they couldn't speak up, and they felt like they didn't have a voice. And they felt that they were being bonded and bounded by this black, quote unquote, black president. But Donald Trump is a savior, and boy, let me tell you, they spilling out the racism at an all-time high. Oh, get these Mexicans up out of here. Get these illegals out of here. But we know the history of that. The Mexicans owned a large part of the United States that their own government sold to the United States for $14 million. If I'm lying, look it up. The history don't lie. And this is mostly on the West Coast and the Midwest. Our people, we were south, all over the country. That's why our roots are so deep in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, because our people are already there. And we can go into the history of archives, because the records show from the time that slavery existed, it was only 92,000 slaves that were even documented and brought to the United States of America. Before it was the United States of America. Before it was the 1776 independence of freedom. Who's free? Nobody in this country is free, bro. We are doomed, man. We are doomed. There's too many rules. There's too many laws. You can't even breathe out here without catching a fine or going to jail. You can't even stand outside in your neighborhood without the police jumping out, trying to make you sit on the ground and run your name and try to take you to jail or try to plant drugs on you or do something. Man, it's all a game, man. To all races, we all gotta wake up, man. We all gotta stop playing the game. Gang banging, drug selling, crime, all of that stuff. That shit is here to stay, man. None of this shit is going nowhere. Reason why it's not never go anywhere, because it makes money. It's big business. You out there acting a fool, it's big business. You out there killing each other, that's big business. You out here destroying one another, that's big business. And I know everybody is all up in arms about these hangings and these people going out with their white friends and they dying and all that shit. Hey man, that's their fucking problem. That's their fucking choice. That's a drop in the bucket. And this is me talking to my people. Quit fucking crying about fucking racism and do something about it. Do something about it. If you tired of these motherfuckers fucking with you, get your ass up and do something about it. If you tired of these motherfuckers discriminating against you, killing you, murdering you, raping you, lynching you, do something about it. Quit fucking marching. Do something about it. And you know how you do something about it? Stop killing each other first. Stop shooting each other first. Stop being a blood. Stop being a Crip. Stop being an anybody killer. Stop putting demonic music out there in the universe. Stop putting raunchy music out there in the universe to where the women don't even fucking respect themselves no more. How can we respect a race of women that don't even respect themselves anymore? How can we? If you want to stop all this shit, you got to stop. And if you don't stop, what makes you think they gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm done talking shit. This is your host with the most, Big Bang, and this is the shit show, and I'm out. Peace.